girl can cook. She got the recipe. She got what you need. That girl can cook. That black girl magic. I gotta have it.
Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. And today, you guys, I'm going to be showing you how to make a Wagyu beef chili. The best chili you ever had. Better than my last recipe. Along with cheesy cornbread waffles. So look, if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel and let's get started. Alright guys, so as I mentioned before, we are going to be using Wagyu ground beef. But if you don't have this available to you, you can use just regular ground beef, ground sirloin, ground steak, whatever you want to use, okay? But you're going to need 2 pounds to start this off, and we're over medium heat, and I'm using my Dutch oven. And you just want to break this down. And by the way, I forgot to mention, you can purchase this specific brand from Costco, okay? So you got a Costco membership, head on over there and get you some. But anyway, moving on, we're going to season this up just very simple right now. And I'm using a tablespoon of seasoned salt. Remember, y'all, this is 2 pounds of ground beef and you want it to be seasoned. So season your meat very well. And I'm adding in a teaspoon of black pepper. And that's all we're adding right now. And you're just going to cook that until it's completely brown. I mention this every single time, y'all. We don't want any pink meat in this dish, okay? Cook everything down until it's completely brown. And now all you have to do is strain your beef and set it to the side. I'm gonna remove this beef from this pot. I'm not gonna rinse it or anything, y'all. Just strain it. Just get rid of the oil and then return the pot back over the heat. And here I'm just adding in a little bit of olive oil because now we're going to saute up our veggies. And the first set of veggies that's going in is our small red onion. It has been chopped, y'all. If you want to make it chunkier than this, you can. But that's on you, honey. I mean, make it however you want. And give that a quick mix. And now we're adding in 1 whole bell pepper. I'm actually using half of a green and half of a red, but half and half makes 1 whole. So whatever colors you choose, put it in there. But you need 1 whole bell pepper, maybe medium to large size. And then we're going to go in with a teaspoon of minced garlic after the onions and the peppers have cooked down for about a minute or so. Y'all, do not add that garlic in too soon or it will burn and it will be disgusting. Nobody likes burnt garlic, okay? Always keep that in mind. Garlic goes in last. Moving right along. To this, once the veggies have cooked, we're going to add in 6 ounces of tomato paste. The little small can that you can find in Walmart is what I used. It is just a plain tomato paste. This is going to add a richness to our sauce or to our chili because I'm not using tomato sauce this go around, okay? Give that a quick mix. And here I'm adding in 2 cans of tri-colored beans. One of the cans is going to be drained. The other one is going to have the liquid. And they're tri-colored because it's black beans, kidney beans, as well as pinto beans. But you can add any mix of beans that you want, honey. I can't tell you what to do. I'm just giving you a recipe to follow. But I like all the beans, so I'm putting them in there, okay? Once you get that in, add your cooked seasoned beef back into the pot. Y'all, I don't know if you realize this or not, but chili is just a dump and go situation. That's all it is, all right? Now, since I wanted some extra beans, I added in an additional can of red kidney beans, and I did not drain those. I added them straight into, well, I actually did drain them, my bad. I drained them just a little bit, and I added them straight into the pot, y'all. If you don't want extra beans, you don't have to add them, but I decided to go ahead and put it in there. Now, the fun part, Rotel. If you cannot find the chili fixins Rotel, you can use the regular Rotel, but this Rotel can be found in all grocery stores. But grab you a 10-ounce can of the Rotel tomatoes and mix those in pretty well, okay? They're actually seasoned already and they're pretty doggone good. So if you can find those, please give it a try, all right? So moving on, we're gonna add in 2 cups of low sodium beef broth. Now listen, if you want a thicker, chunkier chili, you can go less on the liquid. If you want a thinner chili or soupier chili, then add more liquid. It's just as simple as that. It depends on your preference. This is based off of my preference, so that is what I added, okay? 2 cups. And to that, we're gonna season it up with about 3 to 4 tablespoons of chili powder. And we're gonna add in a tablespoon of ground cumin. That's what's gonna give it that authentic chili flavor. We're adding in 1 tablespoon of onion powder, 1 tablespoon of garlic powder. Y'all already knew that was coming. Don't even play with me. Y'all knew it was coming, okay? 1 teaspoon of smoked paprika. This is the paprika with the taste, not just for color. A 1/2 teaspoon of dried thyme, a 1/4 teaspoon of dried oregano. If you go any more, your chili gonna start tasting like pizza. So just a 1/4 teaspoon. Black pepper to taste. and 1 heaping tablespoon of seasoned salt. Don't sit up in here talking about my chili was bland and it ain't had no flavor because you skimped out on the salt. Make sure you put your seasoned salt in there. And I'm putting in a 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper because I like spice. If you don't want any spice, you can leave that out. And go ahead and give that a quick mix. Look at that, baby. It's looking good already. Don't even play with this recipe. It's looking good already. All right. So look, we're going to add in a secret ingredient, which is cocoa powder. Look. It's not going to taste like chocolate chili, I promise. The cocoa powder is going to help develop a rich, bold flavor that is going to help bring out all of those other flavors. Y'all, I'm telling you, you got to trust me on it. It's going to be delicious, okay? If you want to leave it out, you can. If you don't want to be spontaneous about it, but that's okay. Look, I'm adding in some hot sauce as well because I like my chili spicy, like I just said. And y'all, that is it on the seasonings. Look at that. So look, we're going to let this simmer. We're going to reduce the heat and let it simmer for about 15 to 20 minutes covered. And from there, we're going to move on to our cheesy cornbread waffles. So you guys, to make this very simple, we're going to be using a quick mix cornmeal because remember, this is going in a waffle maker and it takes more than 15 to 20 minutes to bake cornbread. So we need this to be quick. So I'm using 2 yellow cornmeal mix packs from Martha White. This is not a sponsored post, but that is the brand that I recommend, okay? We're using those and just follow the instructions that are on the pack. It calls for 2/3 cups of milk. So 2/3 plus 2/3 is 1 1/3. So you need 1 whole cup and 1/3 of, well, good Lord, 1 1/3 of whole milk. Okay, add that in. You can use water if you want to, but why would you? Use some milk, honey. And it's gonna look a little soupy in the beginning, but I promise it's gonna thicken up once that cornmeal swells. And we're gonna add in 1 cup of sharp cheddar cheese and 1 invisible tablespoon of sugar because I forgot to add it on camera. But if you want some sugar in there, don't forget to add that, okay? Now, give that a quick mix, set it aside, and pull out your waffle maker. Now listen, if you don't have a waffle maker, you can either bake your cornbread or you can make some whole cakes. You can just fry them up like little pancakes. It's up to you. It depends on if you like cornbread with your chili to begin with anyway. But look, I'm taking my waffle maker. I'm adding my non-stick butter spray to it. And I'm just going to add in just enough in the center. Remember, if you try to fill up the whole waffle iron, y'all, it's going to come out on the sides. Just put it in the center. I promise you it will spread, okay? Don't make a mess. So cook it until the indicator light says done. If you have a Cuisinart, they have an indicator light. And it takes about maybe 1 minute to 2 minutes. And honey, look, that's it. Cheesy and crispy on the outside and nice and fluffy on the inside. Look at that. Look at that thing, honey. Oh, and look, repeat it until you get all the waffles that you want. All right. So look, now our chili is done. Look at that delicious, girl, man, honey. Look at that. That's my consistency. That's the consistency I like. Okay. But anyway, let's go ahead and plate this up. And there you have it, guys, our delicious chili with our cornbread waffle. Honey, got that sour cream on there with the cheese and the jalapenos. Listen, baby, it is a meal. And if you don't want the cheesy cornbread waffle, you could just pour you up a bowl and it's just as good, okay? But look, as always, I want to thank you guys for watching. Thank you for tuning into my channel and checking out my recipe. And if you try this out, let me know down in the comments and I'll see y'all next time in the next video.